Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Joe Two and Love. Sad we have it, and do have it. A review for Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view review from Saturday night. I was able to catch it after work when I got home, but it was a fun pay-per-view. Now, we know the whole dynamic with Ring of Honor and how, you know, close up at the end of last year was bought by Tony Khan. We had Supercard of Honor a couple months ago. And now we get Death Before Dishonor Saturday night. And, you know, for people wondering that or if Ring of Honor will get a TV deal, I think as of Saturday night, in the hands of Tony Khan, Ring of Honor will be very good moving forward. But yeah, Saturday night was a good card from Claudio winning his first world title to the Briscoes FTR. Just was a solid card all around. Now, we did have Garcia versus Yuta. We had, I tell you, Roosh versus Dragon Lee. Big brother versus little brother. That may have been match of the night before the Briscoes and FTR. That was just a damn good match. I applaud both brothers, but yeah. But nonetheless, thank you for joining me. Before I get into it, if you're new to the podcast, if you want to see more videos, click out the subscription down there in the corner. Find all my pro wrestling vids on the channel, AEW, Ring of Honor, and with the news going around the WWE, I might go back to NXT or even WWE reviews, but we'll see on that. But anyway, thank you, and let's get started. Oh, one sec though. Get a drink. There we go. Alright. Now let's get into the review. So, Claudio, the world title match, first of all, opened the show, which in hindsight doesn't usually happen. You know, of course, it's world title, it's the biggest title on the brand. But considering this match was built just a couple weeks ago, I'm not that surprised that A, went on first, and B, with the Briscoes and FTR was been going into that match, 2 out of 3 falls. I think it was fitting, and it was definitely a difference, but a good difference in having the tag team title match close the show. But here we got Claudio versus Jonathan Gresham. Of course, two of the best in the world. Now, I give my thoughts on the whole Gresham situation in a little bit, but this match had good qualities. Of course, size difference between Gresham and Claudio. So Claudio got the big swing on Gresham fairly early. Now, we've seen Claudio handle guys much bigger than Gresham, so this swing was probably a cakewalk for him compared to the rest, but nonetheless, good spot fairly early in the show. So Gresham, the technician, was targeting the knee of Claudio, hence the bigger guy, trying to set him down for possibly the octopus. Claudio, he had a big gut wrench on Gresham. So Gresham was outside the ring on the apron. Claudio was on the middle rope. He, with a gut wrench suplex, threw Gresham from the outside of the ring to the inside. Good spot there. He hit an uppercut for a near fall. Gresham then found the advantage back, hit a German suplex for 2. He had some big stiff forearms to the face of Claudio for near covers, but to no avail. Claudio then, with a big lariat, falls back, hits the Ricola bomb. 1, 2, 3. Claudio Castagnoli wins his first major world title in pro wrestling, and for a guy that was so talented in WWE and who had a stint in Ring of Honor prior, it was so joyful to see Claudio, get his moment. And it's crazy because Claudio debuted at Forbidden Door for AEW. And today is July 25th, so in less than a month, Forbidden Door against Zack Sabre Jr., Blood and Guts gets a winning submission. Firefest against Jake Hager, now, as of Saturday night, is now a new Ring of Honor World Champion. Great for Claudio, Mr. McMahon, he was on Stone Cold's podcast, and he was confused on why Claudio, or at the time Cesaro, said that he wouldn't connect really with the fans. And as of less than a month into his AEW / Ring of Honor run, he has not only connected with the fans, but has delivered on very good matches. And he's going to keep it rolling. He said at the media scrum for for Death Before Dishonor that this is only the beginning of the new chapter, and it's a joy to see. Now, as far as adversary is concerned, there were reports by Russell Purists on Twitter yesterday that Jonathan Gresham reportedly asks for his release, or PW Insider, which I want to make sure I get the source right, but nonetheless, the reports on Twitter yesterday were that Jonathan Gresham asked for his release from Ring of Honor / AEW. Now, there was also reports on that Jordan Grace, the wife of Jonathan Gresham, was not pleased with how he's being judged on social media. Now, so first, I'll get into Gresham's point. So Gresham, you know, we know he's small. We know he's he's short but jacked. We know he's a great wrestler, one of the best wrestlers in the world. There's no debate. But as far as appealing to possibly get the TV deal for Ring of Honor, you know, Cesaro or Claudio, excuse me, we've seen in the last month has appealed to fans already. Fans all around, delivered great matches, been in WWE for a decade. You know, he is going to make the product look sweeter. Jonathan Gresham, we like, you know, again, he's short but jacked, and he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. As far as his wife's comments, talking about Eddie Kingston and Adam Cole getting defense for the comments about their success, and I don't want to judge Gresham, but all three of them are loved. But as far as the bigger names, it's the way it is. Kingston and Adam Cole, the bigger names, more love. They are charismatic to the fans. Gresham, like he has mentioned before, he is one of the only, great wrestlers that are just wrestlers. And, you know, Kingston and Adam Cole can talk for days. I think we also need to know that you can't win over everyone. You can't win over everyone. There's going to be people to criticize anything they can. And it's unfortunate because no matter if Cole, Kingston, or Gresham, we know they're all great wrestlers, they're all great talents. It's unfortunate because Gresham is a very good wrestler, but, as far as the long run, Ring of Honor is more appealing with Claudio as champ than Gresham. I think that's the way it is. 1 second. Okay. We got a promo from Daniel Garcia next. He was backstage with Lexi there. He was asked about the comments made by Yuta saying he's not worthy of the Ring of Honor Pure title. And I tell you, the promo package between these guys, when Yuta brought up Garcia's car accident, was, very something. It was something. And, Yuta said that, again, Garcia is not worthy of the title. Garcia fired back saying that, well, when he wins the title, he's going to take it to AEW and he's going to destroy the title for the Jericho Appreciation Society. Based on that, you can kind of tell that Garcia was going to lose. I love Garcia. I mean, I'm more a fan of his than Will Yuta, but these two just, yeah. Ring of Honor, 6-man titles, six-man titles on the line. The Righteous versus Dalton Castle and the Boys. This is my first time watching, really, The Righteous. They have quality music. They have a good look, I think. Against Stone Castle and the Boys, Castle, former Ring of Honor World Champion. He beat Cody a couple years ago. But Dalton, this is not as big as the other match on the card, but this was a fairly okay match. Big tag to Dalton after the Boys were getting beaten down on. The Righteous, at the end, they hit Death from Above, which was a powerbomb swanton combination. Looked good for a near fall. Chaos was pretty much all around ringside. Guys were flying everywhere. And then finally, good power by Castle, picking up the big guy of the group and hit the banger ring. 1, 2, 3, and 2 matches in. 2 matches, new champs, all around. Don Castle and the Boys are the new Ring of Honor 6-man champions. And good stuff. And yeah, pretty much. So we got Daniel Garcia versus Will Yuta for the Ring of Honor Pure title. With how things are going, I mean, I know you thought the promo, but Will Yuta, could he crack the trend of 2 matches in, 2 titles. So this was as you expect. So again, to specifying the rules of the match, no close fist shots, 3 rope breaks per participant. Um, if you hit a close fist shot, get a warning. Another is a disqualification. So right off the bat, so as technical as a match you can get, training hold for hold, submissions all around, there's only one rope break in this match. Interesting there. So they're on the ground, they're rising to their feet, and a big slap fest ensued. So that riled up the crowd. Yuta, who has won matches with this move before, a German suplex for their fall, followed up with an Olympic slam. He locked in a Boston Crab. Excuse me. But Garcia got to ropes. His first rope break. Back and forth. Garcia hit a pile driver for a near fall. Garcia, and I guess it makes sense because, he's going to face Bryan Danielson on Wednesday at Fight for Fallen. He went for Bryan, stomps his head on Yuta, but Yuta spat in Garcia's face. Finally, he rolled up Garcia like he did Chuck Taylor on Dynamite. 1, 2, 3, and Yuta retains the Ring of Honor Pure title. Next, the first non-title match of the show. Roosh versus Dragon Lee. This was very good, very high-paced match, but I mean, 2 brothers who know each other better than these 2 guys, Roosh and Dragon Lee. Well, ultimately, Roosh, the bigger brother, got the victory here. So, and I don't think I've seen Dragon Lee in action, but from what I saw here, he did very well. So, Roosh hit Tope con Hero to the outside, and Roosh was standing on one of the commentary tables. But Dragon Lee fired up, hit some offense, and then hit a big suicida, which sent Roosh into that table he was standing on prior. So they were laid out for a bit. Dragon Lee rolled Roosh in, hit the double foot stomp, basically kind of the coup de grace for Finn Balor, but nonetheless hit the foot stomp for a near fall off the top. Roosh hit a superplex, bringing Lee from the apron into the ring in one fluid motion. They were on the apron. Roosh launched Lee to the outside of the ring with a big throw, which had to have sucked for Dragon Lee, but so. Lee then hit Big Corona, taking Roosh to the outside. Lee then hit a couple of big moves, thinking that the little brother was going to take the W here, but Roosh fired out of distraction by Jose. Roosh took advantage, hit the basement dropkick in the corner on his brother. 1, 2, 3, and Roosh gets the victory over his brother. Ring of Honor, they documented that was his 10th straight victory all around in Mexico, AEW, and Ring of Honor. So, across the board, 10 straight wins for Roosh. Mercedes Martinez for Serena D for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Now, Serena D, arguably, I will say that Mercedes Martinez is very good, and I get it why they kept on her, but I think, if you're ultimately looking for the better athlete, the better name, like they sort of did with Claudio, I was a bit surprised that Serena D did not get the win versus Mercedes. And I get, Mercedes has not had a real reign since she beat Deonna Purrazzo for the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's title, but still, this was an alright match between the women. Ultimately, Mercedes, though, won with her impressive bow and arrow, Dragon Sleeper combination submission for the win on Serena, and Serena tapped out. Pretty decent match between the women. It's just like I said earlier, but decent match. Decent match. Jay Lethal versus Samoa Joe for the Ring of Honor World Television title. This was good. Kind of thought it would be better, but was still pretty good. This was Joe's return match. We have not seen Joe since Double or Nothing since he lost Adam Cole, and he looked good in his first match back. Jay Lethal, of course, brewing his former mentoree or his former student, and good match. Jay Lethal told Singh and Sanjay Dutt, let him do this on his own, which in hindsight, they're gonna come back out. So Lethal was making his entrance, and Samoa Joe confronted him in the aisleway, and the brawl ensued around ringside. You know, Lethal and Sucia, of course, Satnam Singh came back out. They targeted the previous injured shoulder of Samoa Joe, wrapped it in a chair, threw him into the ring post. You know, eventually they got into the ring and match started. Satnam Singh was ejected from ringside. Joe hit Suicida on his own. Ron Lethal back in the ring for 2. Another big snap power slam by Joe. Lethal hit the lethal combination for near fall. He finally hit the lethal injection, but when the referee got to it, too long for Joe, as Joe kicked out. Sanjay Dutt came down, distracted the referee, and Lethal hit Joe in the face with a Ring of Honor title, but only for a near fall. Joe kicked out. The crowd emerged, and Joe went for the muscle buster numerous times, to no avail. Finally, he locked in the rear naked choke, and Lethal tapped out. Samoa Joe still the Ring of Honor World TV Champion. You know, excuse me. Samoa Joe, again, he's one of those guys we have not seen in a while. And more Samoa Joe. Hopefully he can be so healthy and very well contribute to Ring of Honor. And when the time comes, because they're both champions, when time comes and Joe loses that TV title and Claudio still has the world title, Samoa Joe versus Claudio, I would love to see. Main event, FTR versus the Briscoes 2. 2 out of 3 falls for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Titles. This was a barn burner, a classic match between 2 of the best tag teams in the world. The Briscoes, the former 12-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, looking for lucky number 13. FTR looking to show that Supercard of Honor wasn't a fluke. And boy, was this something. So, Dex. So, they were being on Dex for a while, and then Cash managed to finally get the hot tag. But Dax, he got busted open. Pretty much all but Jay Briscoe got busted open here. No surprise. But Cash came in, but I'm not sure if there was another injury because we saw, Dax has been arguably one of the best wrestlers of the year so far with the way he's been wrestling. And, this match, definitely took more and more out of him. So getting into the match, so in the first fall, Dax did DT for a near fall. Dax, thanks to Mark, went headfirst into the post, dazed him. The Briscoes hit the Doomsday device for the win. They take the first fall, up 1-0 on FTR. Like I said, Dax was getting picked apart this match. He had top rope back suplex, but Briscoes kept trying. They could sense it. They hit crucifix bomb, neckbreaker combination for their fall. Finally, Cash got tagged in. He hit brainbuster for near fall. Hit a gory special on Mark. And then they were exchanging, and beyond the referee's back, Jay hit Cash in the face with the ring bell, but only for a 2 as Mark rolled him up. The Briscoes hit a Death Valley driver following a high elbow off the top for a 2. Mark then was sent to the steps by Cash after exchanging. FTR at the big rig on Jay for the win for the 3 count, and they take the second fall, tying things up. Getting into the third fall, both got all 4 parties are beat. They are livid and they want the win. So Briscoes hit another Doomsday device, but was broken up for 2. There was a table set up similarly to where Roosh and Dragon Lee crashed into that table earlier. Table in a similar position. Looked like the Briscoes were going for another Doomsday device or something, but Mark and Cash flew off the top rope back suplex through the table, basically taking out them both. The referee was knocked down inadvertently. Jay hit a Tiger Driver 98 for 2, or as the referee was down. And then talk about a gutsy effort for the win. Jay and Dax were just pulling up fists, hitting each other in the face as it was crunch time. And then eventually they got onto the top rope. And then Dax, with a good feat of strength and good balance, he hit a pile driver off the middle rope onto Jay. Both guys kind of collapsed, rolled over. Dax was on top. 1, 2, 3. FTR retains after being down 1-0. They go up 2 falls and they get the victory over the Briscoes and prove that Supercard was not a fluke. It was right team won. The thing with Time Warner and the Briscoes, I mean, they definitely got to work it out. I mean, I feel like the Briscoes, good for them that they signed a long-term deal again with Ring of Honor. So they'll be back in Ring of Honor. But people want to see the Briscoes in AEW. And, I just hope that what was said can finally be put on to bed from a decade or so ago, and the Briscoes can move in the right chapter, being signed with Ring of Honor. So, but nonetheless, good card all around. The 6-man tag team match threw me off a little. Of course, wasn't really familiar with the Righteous and was okay with Dalton Castle and the boys, but still was a good match. The women's hot match, decent. You know, Roosh Dragon Lee was very good as well. So, yeah, good card, and we'll see where it goes from here. But good being able to watch and review this Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor. But nonetheless, thank you for joining me. If you haven't, if you like this video, leave a like, click a thumbs up. It'll help out the video, help out the channel. But thank you. All be safe. Till next time. See you Thursday with AW Dynamite or AW Fight for Fallen review. But thank you. Be safe. Adios. Peace.